When love triangles turn into PR battles and Instagram timelines go from glamorous to gladiatorial, you know celebrity press is in the mix. And when names like Remy, Claressa Shields, and Papoose are thrown into the ring, it's more than drama. It's a headline hurricane. Let's dive into the chaotic, captivating, and strangely inspiring saga taking over your feeds.
People say it's lonely at the top, but damn, this lonely?
I want to have 2 more fights this year. Then after that, take off a little bit of time, maybe have a kid or something, then come back to fight some more.
And my best friend, I talk to him about everything, and when like the time is right, people want details of how long we
coming. It doesn't mean I'm not going to have time for my kids, but it does mean that I have a new baby and I have to focus and give that baby my undivided.
But it's the light-skinned girls who think they just so pretty, and just because they born light-skinned that they just all that they can come up with shit.
Welcome back to Fame Fuel, where the tea stays piping and the shade stays premium. Today's headline: Remy Ma is stepping back into the spotlight, and she's not pulling any punches. Her latest focus? None other than Claressa Shields. And the streets? Oh, they're definitely talking. Now the big question is Remy just being petty, or is there more to this than meets the eye? Word on the curb is, Claressa might be trying to lock Papoose in emotionally. And according to the internet sleuths, the math is mathing. Why? Because even though Pap and Claressa have been out here acting like couple goals, public appearances, matching fits, joint interviews, they still aren't legally married. Why? Because Remy hasn't signed the divorce papers. And this isn't just about closure, it could be about coins. If Remy finalizes the split, alimony could enter the chat. And let's just say her wallet might not be thrilled. Now the latest buzz. Claressa's next move might be starting a family. And it's no longer just whispers. Some sources suggest she might already be expecting. Just when things seemed to be settling down, Remy lit the match and flipped the whole narrative. What we're witnessing now? A soap opera in sneakers and boxing gloves. Let's rewind for context. Pap and Claressa's relationship moved at lightning speed. 1 minute, fans were wondering if it was serious. The next, they were red carpet official, hosting events, and shining like a quiet power couple. Lately, Claressa's even been hinting at stepping away from the ring to focus on other things. And fans, they've been connecting the dots. She's been keeping a low profile, and the internet's collective conclusion, baby on the way. If that's true, Remy might have just dropped the ball, big time. She's been caught in limbo, not fully letting go of the past, while Pap and Claressa are out here building a whole empire. Remember what went down last December? Remy tried to go full scorched earth, leaking private messages between Papoose and Claressa. She thought it'd be a mic drop moment. Instead, it confirmed what people already assumed. Fans didn't cancel Claressa, they crowned her. What was meant to expose her only elevated her. Remy's attempt backfired hard. The couple she tried to derail ended up more beloved than ever. Remy looked bitter, while Pat and Claressa looked like a reborn royal duo. And the momentum didn't stop there. While Claressa kept things classy, the situation definitely tested her PR team. She had deals on the line, films, endorsements, partnerships. But the backlash never came. Instead, she got a flood of public support. Pap finally found his peace. She's the glow-up. Leaving the drama was the best move he made. Claressa got dubbed the upgrade, and Papoose. Fans said he finally broke out of a toxic chapter. Remy wanted to drop a bombshell, but ended up exposing her own frustration. The internet didn't shake, she did. And after that, silence. No sneak disses, no subliminal lyrics, just digital crickets. Meanwhile, Papoose and Claressa, out and about. Unbothered, unshaken, united. They're showing up to events hand in hand, effortlessly dripping power couple energy. Valentine's Day, they jetted off to Hawaii. Pictures surfaced, matching jackets, scenic beach views, candlelit dinners. It screamed soft life goals. Then came the Knicks game, courtside vibes, calm chemistry, looking straight out of a GQ spread. And the moment that sealed it? Papoose rapping Claressa's walkout song before her match with Danielle Perkins. Yep, he hyped her up like he was scoring the soundtrack to a movie. And Claressa? She soaked up every bit of that spotlight. Main character energy, no doubt.
Quote time.
No. He gonna meet me over there. I'm walking here.
Yes, he did. More importantly, what'd you think about that knockout?
Shout out to, I loved it, man. She melted like strawberry ice cream, man. Shout out to,
Let's be clear, Claressa isn't hiding a thing when it comes to her relationship with Papoose. She's out here posting full videos of their date nights, dance routines, and goofy arcade moments. All vibes, all joy. Honestly, she's glowing harder than a freshly polished WBC belt. That's what peace and healthy love look like. It's obvious she's finally with someone who sees her, supports her, and brings stability instead of stress. And for anyone thinking Claressa wasn't clocking the chatter online, think again. Sis jumped on social media and made it known. The love y'all show me and Pap is cool as ever. So yes, it's official now. And fans, they're all in. The internet's treating this couple like champions headed for a title fight. And right now, they're winning by a landslide. Meanwhile, Remy's timeline has been looking dry. And sources say she may have even tried to reconnect with Papoose, possibly hoping to patch things up and bring the family back together. But Pap, he wasn't having it. Word is, he shut it down quick, like a velvet rope and a guest list only sign. And honestly, who could blame him? This is the same man who stood by Remy for 6 straight years while she was away, loyal to the core. He held her down, protected her name, stayed committed to the family, and never switched up. Then, when the tables turned, she linked up with Easy the block captain, as if that loyalty never existed. It was a messy plot twist that left fans speechless. And now she's trying to spin the block. But it's too late. Pap has moved on, with a woman who celebrates him, not complicates him. Claressa sees his worth, makes him feel seen, and doesn't treat him like an afterthought. Let's keep it real, Claressa isn't playing backup vocals to anyone. And the way she publicly supports and uplifts Pap. That's the kind of energy Remy didn't match when it mattered most. Here's the real tea. Remy lost a man that many would call a dream partner. Papoose was loyal, loving, never embarrassing her publicly, and always family first. But Remy got distracted, made questionable choices, and now she's watching from the sidelines as someone else gives him the love he deserves. And Claressa, she's not just in love, she's shouting it from the rooftops. She recently went live, smiling from ear to ear, giving Papoose a full-on shout-out. She called him the most emotionally intelligent man she's ever met. She talked about their deep conversations, how attentively he listens, and how much he pours into her life like she's the prize, and she is. Her words, "He deserves the best, and I'm the best." And that's how you lock it down and let the world know your man is not up for grabs. Claressa is out here living in her win, and Remy, she's getting a front row seat to the consequences of overlooking a good thing.
I love having his support, you know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There you go. We deserve each other.
Now let's talk about Claressa's appearance on the Tamron Hall show. Because woo, she was radiating like she just signed a $1 billion love contract. The way she lit up while talking about Papoose, you didn't need subtitles to get the message. This man is her piece, her partner, her person. She called him her dream come true and said he gives her the ride or die love she always dreamed of. And when she said, "I'm eating it all up," she meant every word. This wasn't just a woman in love, it was a woman who knows she's in something real. And she didn't stop there. Live on national TV, Claressa gave Papoose his full bouquet of flowers. She praised his humility, his respectfulness, his intelligence, and yes, his legendary rap status. But what touched people most was when she said, "What matters is how he uplifts me." You could feel it. She wasn't just bragging, she was speaking from a place of pride, gratitude, and genuine connection. Then came the line that broke the internet. As a strong woman with a gift and a powerful jab, I need a man who can handle that, and not be intimidated by my success. Papoose is that man. Boom, that wasn't just a compliment, that was a mic drop, a declaration, and let's be real, the subtext. Hard to miss? Everyone knows Papoose was that supportive partner for Remy Ma for years, loyal, dependable, and always in her corner. But while he was staying 10 toes down, she was caught up chasing chaos. Now, he's finally being loved out loud by someone who sees him. Claressa isn't just showing her man off, She's making it crystal clear. This isn't a fling, this is a forever type situation. And Remy? From the outside looking in, she's watching every moment unfold. Post by post, interview by interview, red carpet after red carpet. It's like a front row seat to everything she once had, but didn't protect.
Enjoy us together without the eyes of other people having to judge. You know, people saying stuff like, well, I've heard a lot of good things, you know, and because I can read too.
And this is where the storyline hits a whole new level. At this point, it's obvious. Claressa and Pap aren't playing. This isn't your average social media romance. It's giving long-term. And now, Claressa just turned up the heat with a major bombshell that's got the internet spiraling. She announced she's stepping back from boxing, but not just yet. She said she's got 2 more fights on the calendar, and after that, she's hanging up the gloves to focus on other things. Cue the speculation. The timeline exploded with theories, and the top contender, yep, pregnancy rumors. Honestly, it doesn't sound far off. Claressa's been dominating her weight class, sitting comfortably at the top of her sport. And now she's suddenly hitting pause. Something's cooking. And let's not act like this is the first time the rumor mill's been spinning. Rewind the tape. Remember Jada Davis? She's connected to boxer Tony Harrison and used to be tight with one of Claressa's former trainers. Well, Jada popped up online with a wild claim that made fans do a double take. In a now viral video, she alleged that Claressa was pregnant during her 2023 rematch with Hannah Gabriels. You know, the one where Claressa put on a technical clinic and walked away with an unanimous decision. People already respected that performance, but with this new angle, minds were blown. Jada didn't hold back. She said she fought Hannah while pregnant and didn't tell anybody. Just that sentence had the entire internet in a frenzy. Comments flew in from all sides. Some called Jada messy or accused her of clout chasing. But others, they paused and said, wait, what if it's true? Because if it is, that changes everything. Suddenly, that rematch becomes historic, not just for the win, but for the quiet power behind it. Competing at that level, possibly while carrying a child. That's not just dedication, that's legend status. Even if the rumor never gets confirmed, the energy it sparked, undeniably boss level.
Yeah, that's why she got dropped. Yeah, she ended up getting back up and winning the fight, but that's why she got dropped.
She was pregnant,
And she didn't eat for 3 days straight prior to fight day.
trying to make weight.
Let's be honest, the latest theory might actually have some truth to it. If Claressa Shields and Papoose can't get legally married because Remy Ma is reportedly still holding out on signing those divorce papers, then what's the next logical power move? A baby. Yep, if the rumors are true and Claressa is expecting, this could mark a major turning point. Remy might be taking one of her biggest losses yet. At the moment, Remy looks like she's still holding onto a thread, as if part of her believed Pat might circle back. But with every new post and public appearance, that possibility is slipping further and further away. And the wildest part? She fumbled someone who treated her like royalty. This was a man who waited for her during her entire incarceration, held her down through every chapter, and protected her name, both online and off. Now he's out here leveling up with Claressa, catching flights, sitting courtside, going on romantic vacations, and possibly preparing for a family. If a child is part of the plan, that could be the closing chapter. There's no rewinding once a new life enters the picture. And now the whispers are turning into full-on concern. Because here's the thing, Remy Ma isn't exactly known for taking L's quietly. People are starting to ask, how long until the pressure gets to her? This is a woman who's overcome intense challenges before, including a prison sentence. But public embarrassment? That's a different kind of heat. And when people feel cornered, especially in the spotlight, things can escalate fast. Let's just hope it doesn't come to that. And about that viral moment, Claressa once told fans she'd be down to step into the ring with Remy, and folks ate that up. But the match never happened. Now that she's clearly locked in with Pap, if that fight were to go down, let's just say the energy would be very different. Some even speculate Remy might be making moves behind the scenes. And at this point, nothing would shock the internet anymore. But here's where the plot really thickens, because guess who just entered the chat? 50 Cent. Yes, that 50. Never one to hold back. He reportedly sent a message to Claressa, warning her to be careful when it comes to Remy. And look, 50 doesn't insert himself into just anything. So if he's waving a caution flag, people are paying attention. What started as petty Instagram shade might be evolving into something more serious, fast. Now let's zoom out a bit, because fans are catching on to something deeper. This tension between Remy and Claressa, it might not be brand new. Word in the streets is that Remy's had long-standing friction when it comes to women who were connected to Papoose before she came into the picture, particularly those he shares children with. And when you think about it, that could explain why there's so little known about Pap's kids in the public eye. While plenty of celebs showcase their blended families, sharing birthday posts, family gatherings, or supportive co-parenting moments, Papoose's side of the story has always felt quiet. No public shoutouts, no family pics, no mentions at all. Now that Claressa is stepping into the spotlight and proudly embracing Pap's life in full, fans are starting to ask questions. Because here's the real scoop. A lot of people didn't even realize Pap had children from previous relationships before Remy. Let's break it down. DeJane Mackey, born November 1997 with Yvette Lashley. Jimmer Mackey, born April 1999, also with Yvette. Destiny, born September 2000, from another relationship entirely. So yes, Papoose has been a father long before his relationship with Remy began. While he clearly loves and cares for his children, some fans now wonder whether Remy might have influenced how much of that part of his life stayed behind the scenes. Was it discomfort? Was there tension in the background that kept everything quiet? Some insiders claim Remy wasn't exactly eager to embrace the bonus mom role and kept her distance, not just from the kids, but from the entire dynamic of a blended family. That kind of energy, it gave off serious "what's mine is mine" vibes. Allegedly, that boundary created friction that never quite went away. And while Remy's been known to throw subtle shade online or in interviews, the irony is, she might have a much bigger storm brewing closer to home. Reports have surfaced suggesting that her son, the one she's long kept out of the spotlight, may now be involved in a high-profile legal situation. According to emerging sources, he's reportedly linked to an active investigation surrounding a major shooting incident. It's still unfolding, and while details remain limited, it's quietly making waves across legal circles and media platforms. For someone who once kept everything locked down and under wraps, the public spotlight is now finding its way into all corners of Remy's world, and not on her terms. Sources close to the situation say it's serious, and honestly, when people say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, it's starting to hit a little too close to home. While Remy's been busy trying to control the narrative around Papoose, maybe she should be paying closer attention to the situations unfolding in her own household. And if Claressa is truly expecting Pap's child, that changes everything. A baby means more responsibility, more media attention, and less room for Remy to squeeze her way back into the picture. And let's not pretend she isn't aware of that. This tension, it's not just about Claressa. It's about a larger pattern, a history of conflict whenever Papoose's past and present start to collide. So if Claressa really is building a future with Pap, baby and all, Remy's resistance to letting go starts to make a little more sense. Especially since, to this day, she's still reportedly holding off on signing those divorce papers. Which means, legally, Claressa and Pap still can't say "I do." So what's the next best option for sealing the deal? Let's break it down. If marriage is off the table for now, a child would create a lifelong bond. And honestly, that might be exactly what Claressa has in mind, not out of malice, but out of love and long-term vision. Because if she can't wear the ring just yet, a baby would still make them family, and Remy knows that too. From Remy's point of view, this could all feel calculated. There are whispers that she believes the pregnancy rumors are just strategy. Claressa playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, securing her position in Pap's life no matter what. And the timing? It's raising eyebrows. Claressa recently announced she's retiring soon. Only 2 fights left before she exits the ring. So when you connect the dots, the idea of a baby break doesn't sound far-fetched. Because once retirement hits, she's off the road. No more city hopping, training camps, or intense fight prep. She's grounded. And for Pap, that means more togetherness, more bonding, more home building. From Remy's perspective, it might feel like her worst fears playing out right before her eyes. Because baby or not, one thing is crystal clear. Claressa and Papoose are serious. This isn't casual. It's not a PR stunt. It's intentional, it's public, and it's real. And Remy's watching the same man who once gave her his everything now giving that same energy, maybe even more, to someone else. To someone who's matching his loyalty with her own. But here's the deeper question. Is Remy still refusing to sign those divorce papers because she's not ready to let go? Is this her way of keeping a door cracked, hoping the new relationship crumbles so she can slip back in? Or is she playing the long game, betting that Claressa and Pap won't go the distance? And on the flip side, is Claressa actually trying to baby lock Pap down? Or is that just a theory cooked up by online detectives with too much time on their hands? One thing's for sure, the tension is real, and this love triangle, it's far from over. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We know y'all have opinions on this one. Was this all part of Claressa's master plan? Is Remy still holding on for dear life? Let us know where you stand. And before you bounce, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you never miss the next juicy update. Until next time, my stars and hushers, stay locked in with Celebrity Press.